Cart came here just for the first, then bounced. Leaving on a high note, I guess.
Oh, okay. I see. Food is more important to you, Cart.
Let me go get TikTok set up real quick because they deserve all of the nothingness they're going to get way up there. Hey, if you want to see something interesting, we're gonna try a test run to pull some TikTokers over. So we are gonna be going live on TikTok, but it's gonna be up in the corner and it's barely gonna see us, and it's gonna be more behind the scenes thing.
Yeah.
What? Say it.
That game. No
Say
food
it.
is not more important, but in order to watch the stream, I must have sustenance.
I mean, that's a very valid point. Like, you need sustenance. And listen, don't you want to have some sustenance when you're enjoying some quality entertainment? I'm just saying. Wild, wild, wild. But no, I'm excited for this. This will be cool. I don't think I've ever gone live on TikTok before, so we'll see what happens.
Did you make me any? You never think
What's
of me.
the deal with airplane food and ostrich batteries?
You guys are so wild. You guys are so wild.
All right, let me get a TikTok set up.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so I don't even know if we're gonna be able to do OSR today. We'll see. All right, so that gets me. That gets you.
Well,
Well, we're gonna see how long that goes. All right. Well, it's live. And most of it says you, so just be mindful. That
Okay.
be more on. I don't know if they can hear us. Let me double check the studio real quick. Oh God.
Oi, how much wood can a woodchuck chuck? If a woodchuck could chuck would only hatch much wood as a woodchuck chuck. If a woodchuck could chuck 37 chucks.
God bless America. Get out of here.
I was
here.
vibing to that
Out
for
here.
a second.
Oh, we were getting it.
Wait, hold on. I got it. Yeah.
You guys are wild. Ugh. I love it. Well, I'm gonna go see what it looks like.
It's gonna sound amazing.
How much wood could a woodchuck
Oh
chuck?
my
If
gosh.
a woodchuck
Oh.
could chuck woodchuck chuck could chuck woodchuck woodchuck could chuck wood.
You guys are so wild. You guys
I love
are
it.
so wild.
Oh God, here's another one.
Are we having a Monday stream or are we going to take a break week because 4th is tomorrow?
Interesting.
Let me ask you a question. What's tomorrow? Is tomorrow Monday? No.
No,
So will we? Because tomorrow's not Monday.
that's true.
Monday
That is
like
true.
3 days. So
Yeah,
we will be here.
I think that maths.
Yeah.
I think that
Yeah, I'm
maths.
pretty sure those two don't line up, so there's no reason why tomorrow. No, I won't be drunk for 2 straight days. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. We'll be here.
Wow.
I was just wondering, I don't know if you guys can handle your festivities or not.
Don't know if we can handle our
Wow.
festivities.
Wild.
Weak sauce.
Wild. Getting called
You know
out.
what?
We getting called
You know what? Should
out.
we just end the stream? Is that what I'm hearing?
Wild.
Is that what I'm hearing?
Wild.
Just Cart just doesn't want to stream today.
Wild.
That's what I'm hearing.
You guys are ridiculous.
Let's see. Does TikTok Studio see that I'm already live? Wait.
Maybe?
Continue hosting
Maybe?
live.
What up, Boxer?
Does that mean I can't? No. Okay.
Placed the switch spots thing?
Wait, what happened? Okay, so I can't see what's going on TikTok through TikTok Studio. See, that would be great if TikTok Studio could see that I'm live right now, and then I could
Oh, yeah.
turn down here and then be able to see chat. That would be amazing. But it doesn't let me see the chat come up there.
Fox has been racking these things up for a while now.
Wait, what's going on now?
Boxer wants us to switch spots.
Trying to get
We're gonna just pause that real quick. We'll get to it. I did see it up on TikTok, so I think it's
We should be live. I just need to see if I can
Yeah.
get it set up here.
oh, so you can see it. Yeah.
That would be the ultimate goal, is just to see the chat.
Y'all look at this.
Just a second. I mean, now that we're gonna be, I mean, if I can't get a chat up here, then that's fine. I mean, TikTok tag before we get
Fair enough.
scenes, meaning for them to come over and see what's going on. I think they can, probably guess where we're streaming on. I probably should have said where we were on my thing.
You have
Whatever. We're working with it. Oh, hey, look! I can actually see the live.
Sweet.
Let's see. Let's see how bad that sounds. Let's see how bad that sounds. Oh, you know what? That's not absolutely terrible. You know what? That's not absolutely
Yeah.
terrible. You know what? That's not absolutely terrible. Except for the immense echo, but that's fine. We don't need that.
Oh, that's so wild. That is so wild.
It is interesting though. Yeah. So I would have to be if I'm here at the camera. Okay. So if I'm here at the camera, yeah, they can see me. But otherwise, I'm just kind of like over here usually. So yeah, they can kind of see me if I back up. But there, right?
Yeah, that's
Should I
kind
bring
of
that
fair.
down?
I mean, we can. I don't think it'll. Let's see what it looks like. Like, keep that up, and let's see what it looks like on TikTok when you turn it down. Because I think that should be fine.
Yeah, I feel like we could cut the light off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I mean, we're not gonna get any more of us. I feel like they don't need to see the light right now. Let's do that. Oh, look at how nice that is.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I don't think it's too much of a difference.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like, there's not much of a change. There we go. Whoa. There we go. Can I change the real quick? Well,
Mm.
Yeah, I can't really change it. I don't want to bother with it. But hey, it's an experiment. We're trying.
Yep. We'll see what happens.
I mean, I have. Oh, actually, you know what I need to try though? What I really need to try is. Oh, I can't pop that out. I was hoping I could pop out chat. Because if I could pop chat out, then I'd be able to put it into yes. Let's see. How do I do that? Try to figure out. Interesting. Okay, so that's not working, which is unfortunate. Let's see. You know what? For now, it's fine. It's an experiment. I think for the most part, it's just gonna be us talking anyway. I don't know if we're gonna get enough people to do a proper 2-on-2 or 3-on-3. But,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a stream, it's a chat.
Sure.
We're just here chit-chatting. They're up there hanging out, so that's fine. It's what? I mean, depending upon how you look at it, I mean, we're very close to having one of those. I mean, your feet are exposed, my socks. I mean,
Wild.
It's basically
Wild.
actually, you know what? You know what the dumb idea here?
That's so
Okay,
crazy.
look, chat. You all gotta see this. I'm not exaggerating here. The hilarious concept, and I'm
That's
not even
amazing.
meaning it in a weird way.
Check the general Discord channel, there's something y'all missed before. P.
Oh, jeez.
Y'all are
What?
Why are you the way that you are? I'm just kidding. I love you.
Supervoxer. Yes, I know. Hold on. We're getting there. Jesus. We're trying to set stuff up. I told you that. Relax.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
We didn't miss it. We're just trying to figure out TikTok. But look at this. Not in a necessarily a weird way, but the hilarious part about this is it almost looks like we're trying to do a podcast where the hosts are like the socks. Where it's just like, hey, you're just like, I'm just talking, you're talking, and we never show our face. We're just doing a podcast, and all, not in like a, a foot fetish way, just more of a, why not?
I mean,
it's a unique idea. Has anyone ever just tried to do that? We could just try to do that. Maybe that's just our weird thing here, where we're just a podcast.
You know what? I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all.
If it gets us views, why not?
I don't know what you're talking about, but this looks like a nice new ad for Feet Finder lol.
Yeah, there we go.
There it is.
All right, so let me get the timer ready. And I guess, well, we don't have enough people just yet for OSR, so the backup idea was just to talk D&D, or anything else really. I mean, it was just kind of a chill, do whatever, but they want us to switch spots, so it's time for us to
all right,
half an hour.
Let us swap.
I'll bring down TikTok for now. I don't think. Well, I'll leave TikTok up. Wait, I'll leave it here for now. I'll leave. That, so that way you're free. No. There we go. If you need Google, there's Google. You're not showing it off. We're in the right visual there. You have you don't need to really touch anything over here. All right, cool. All right. Oh, more vacation.
Check.
That's not worth it. All right, Joe.
Brand new.
What up? I should have fixed the audio too, so it shouldn't be nearly as bad with me over here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That was weird. I don't understand why there was such big of a difference.
I think that had been readjusted for some reason.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, there's always gonna be stuff. I was recently all over my feed for whatever reason is off from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay.
And it's always got me, and there was this one video about why they can bend metal and like what it really means to be, like what it really looks like what they are actually bending. And like there's an element where apparently you can bend mercury, but you can't bend platinum.
Yeah, okay, I get that.
And
I totally understand that.
There was an element of like science where it was like it only makes sense if what you're bending is like, get what it was. I saved the video. I'm gonna have to go back and look at it. But
I get it more being based on like our version would be talking about like the crystalline structure and basically how you understand its atom formation and how you can adjust that.
Yeah.
So mercury being liquid at room temperature means that you can work with it more like liquid, whereas platinum is much opposite of that. It's going to be a lot stronger, right? So I would say that if you can deal with mercury, I'd even give you the option to say, I mean, if you have it in your setting, something like gallium is like, and you can even go further and split that into like, they're the upgraded versions of the clay workers and the sand workers, where then you have like the lead and the platinum workers who are the upgraded version of like the marble and the obsidian workers, right?
Oh,
so you could really dive your lore into it where it's not just earthbenders, right? But you have the soft earth benders and the hard earth benders. And then you have metal benders, but you have the soft metal benders, you have the hard metal benders, then you have the precious metal benders. The precious metal benders are split into two.
Like bending like gemstones and shit?
So precious metal benders, the soft ones would be things like gold.
Sure.
And then the other ones would be more like your platinums. And then you would even have exotic metal benders, which would be more of like your obsidian, your gemstones, your rubies. So you could have, and this is kind of what High Point does, is every layer is more divided up. Like I'm still trying to figure out the hierarchy with all of it, but realistically speaking, the idea of separation between the powers, in my opinion, makes more sense when you talk about expertise and specialization and the higher powers. Whereas like it's not, I wouldn't think it's uncommon for younger earthbenders to have a little bit of everything.
Sure.
Just like a little bit of the control over sand and like do sand castles and stuff. And eventually maybe be able to move rock around. But the hierarchy of like those bloodlines, where it came from and the expertise that they come in is really divided on, is your expertise soft, hard, and then what level of material that you get.
So that brings about an interesting question, because so would you say that both we'll put them in these categories, both a firebender and an earthbender could both learn to bend lava?
Wait, say that one more time.
Both a firebender and an earthbender, could they both learn to bend lava?
No, that would be earthbending. Lava would still be earthbending because it is molten rock. It is still rock. It is not fire. You would need a cross, someone who's cross expertise to usually handle that.
Okay.
But an earthbender getting lava again would usually require a crossover. So to create it would require a crossover.
Sure.
The earthbender would be naturally able to control it if you found it in nature.
So if a firebender found lava out in nature, they couldn't affect it in any way, or just like in the same way that
they could extract, if they're good enough, they might extract the heat from it, because there would be, it could potentially extrude flame, but they would not do anything to the lava itself. If an earthbender came across it at high enough level, they could. Now, neither of them could create it.
Sure.
Together.
Yeah.
And if either of them learned the powers of the other, then you could have an earthbender or a firebender that could create lava, which is different than controlling it. But the earthbender would still be stronger because it could not only create but then control it.
So you could theoretically have an earth and a fire duo roll around together, making lava, and having the earthbender basically control it.
Absolutely. Well, and this is where those higher military groups in the Four Nations, that's how a lot of them, really work together. You have fire waterbenders who would either be at the front lines doing smoke screens with steam, or you get a lot of them. And early morning, you get, or overnight, you get a lot of them prepping, basically doing their own version of a ritual. And then no matter what time of year it is, by the morning when they wanted to invade at the sunlight, or even at midnight, they could have the entire area cloaked in fog, just by warming and cooling and producing more moisture in the air. They could affect the thing. So no matter where they were, so imagine this. Imagine you're a nation in like a desert who has never once experienced fog. And one morning, like, you get told someone's going to invade you, and you kind of laugh it off like, we're in the desert, no one can invade us for miles. And then one morning you wake up and there is just a blur in one direction, and that blur's getting closer. And then the night falls and that blur's right outside your door. And then overnight, you just can't see. Your town becomes a blur, and then people start dying.
Yeah.
Everything, like the fucking horror of those masters that learned to, because again, this isn't just like, oh, the first levels were, steam, right? And it just makes, a little literal smoke screens. But when they got to the point where they were like, wait a second, if enough of the firebenders heat up enough of an area, and enough of the waterbenders put enough of moisture in the area, and enough of the airbenders waft it in the right way, by morning time, we literally have a fog bank without magic. like without the spell, like just a natural. And then the windbenders are just like, and just direct it, and you couldn't do shit. So imagine them when like the first time they fought mages, and all the mages were like, oh, that's cute. Dispel. Why the fuck isn't it going away? Thinking it's just fog cloud, and then they realize, oh, that's just pure nat. And then imagine the druids coming in going, that's not our magic either. Like, it's natural, but it's natural, but it's not magic.
It's the most natural. It's the element itself doing the thing with each other. I'm just helping it do that thing, you know? Like, it's we have some things from chat though, a few things. So I don't know what Foxer is talking about, so I have to catch up to that. We did have a this or that from Cart.
Love it.
To help us get this the conversation started. We already did, but we each get to choose one thing and debate whether or not who is better. What can trip and or first level spell? What can trip and or first level spell do you find to be the most useful, both in combat and roleplay? Prestidigitation. As a roleplay one, Prestidigitation is my go-to cantrip always. For out of combat, it is the most benign and yet the most downright useful one in almost any edition.
Absolutely.
Specifically for roleplay purposes.
The versatility of what you can do with that is beyond, like, if you're not taking it, it's because it's a character choice, right?
It's a roleplay choice. It's because your table doesn't reward that level of gameplay and that level of granularity. So I would absolutely say that. Yeah,
I will say, like, there's,
but this one specifically is both in and out of combat. So this one is both. It's like, not which one for each. So what is a cantrip or spell that you believe is good in and out of combat?
I will say, specifically with that context in mind, one of my favorites. Yes, it's a first level spell, so it's a little bit more resource intensive, but I like command, because no matter where you're at,
that's a good answer. That's a really good answer.
Like, I can be like, disarm, drop, you know, whatever, you know, I can unlock,
leave.
Any one, like, if you're creative enough, if you're wise enough, you can do some. It's one command, it's one round, that's it, but it can operate in some pivotal moments.
I just thought of the most unhinged idea for a wizard that now exists in High Point. It's not, no, oh my god, both wizards and clerics do this. This is now just, so you know how just like there's scummy people in the world and they just do scammy stuff like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I've got it. And this will just be just a random NPC that you can run into. But it's either like a small town like priest for the cleric powers, or maybe it's just like a traveling wizard. So think of like the really scummy, like not the good ones, not the ones for, you know, for Ernest, but the really scummy like Elvis impersonators that want to marry you, and they'll just try to talk you into it. They're just like, now I can do it right now, you know. But so I'm imagining that, but imagine you have like this wizard who knows the command spell, and their whole deal is they sell their service, kind of like Hitch, but instead of commanding them to love you, right? You know, instead of it being this whole, I'm going to figure it out. What you do is you get them in a situation where you make the proposition. You have like the one side who hired you make the proposition, and then you cast the command spell. And because it's only one word, the word is settle.
Interesting.
So you you basically hire yourself to be like, look, do you have your eyes for someone that you can't quite get? Go ahead and I'll be there. Profess your love and I'll be at command. Settle.
So along those same, my question would be to you this: could you, in the middle of something going on, like this person's talking to a fae, and the fae just asks somebody a question, and before they have a chance to reply, I cast the command spell on them and I say, agree. You force someone to agree to something with a spell like that? That's a first level spell, and that's potentially binding you for the rest of your life into some fey contract.
I would have to reread the command spell specific verbiage, because I want to say that there is some protections, like it can't go against your nature.
They're in this because it's so like hold on, yeah.
But I'm just saying, but you know what I mean? Like there's, because you can't just like commit someone to like jump off, So I'm just saying, like I'm gonna say no, especially because Fae rely on the individual. You can't be coerced into it. Like Fae's magic wouldn't work.
Yeah, because they really do want you to actually like agree. They want,
even if they trick you into it, it has to be you. You still have to be willing. You can't be unwilling. They can't. So to me, I
do
don't
not understand.
Yeah.
But
Now, would that work in general? Sure. If you don't think the command spell itself would be enough, then could you do that to a regular person? Yes. Could you have an evil king who every single time they want to host negotiations, they have a secret, wizard in the background casting command spell agree. Basically, just like command and then agree every time the king says, well, how about instead of 50-50, you give me 90% and keep 10 and command spell or command agree. And they're like, yeah, that sounds good to me. I mean, technically, but then again, once the command's over, who's going to be like, I didn't really agree. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot to that where I think it has its place. I don't know if I would be done with the Fae or in most like super serious situations.
Okay, because I'm trying to figure out like what would be, because like lore wise for me, if it would be able to work in any situation, I have to understand why it wouldn't work in others. For the Fae, I get that, because like they need you to agree in order for that to occur.
It just has to be in a situation where verbal is more important, like unless you can command a sign. Like that could be another thing, right? Like,
oh yeah.
Like they need your signature and you can command them to sign. Again, I don't know. Again, it would just be dependent upon if I can actually look it up real quick.
Oh yeah, that's what I was doing.
I mean, that is technically the couch's job, so is to be the backup. You're the host. You're supposed to be reading chat anyway, because there's more in chat that I missed.
Oh, what are we talking about over here?
I'm trying to still think, because you said command. That's a good in and out.
Yeah, that's my vote. You got prestidigitation, which I got.
That's not really in, but that's not really in.
I will say, even in game, again, depending on your DM, depending on the type of game that you play, like
the pocket sand, kind of spell.
In order to be able to like do certain things, I as a DM would let you use your bonus action and some prestidigitation to like potentially give yourself advantage, like distracting them or do something like that, like trying to find ways to like use what you have to help you in certain situations. And I know not everyone would be okay with that because it's not raw, but I don't know, that's how I feel about it. Let's see, Foxer is talking about earthbenders. They need a minimum amount of earth particles, but again, the question would be what's defined as earth particles. And I think that's the video that I saw on this. It was talking about like either it's like minerals or something. I forget what it was that's like in the thing that is what they're actually bending, rather than because earth, a lot of people would just think like that's dirt. Like it wouldn't be rocks. Rocks is not earth. Earth is earth. Rocks are rocks, But
I did something similar to the particles because I did it by weight and type. You get more weight for certain types, and then you get more. You basically, it goes off of density and complexity of the structure. Is how I look at it. So I get the idea that Foxer's going for with you need to be able to control a certain amount of the particles before you can get a denser object, which naturally will have more particles in it, right? Like, if you think about it, like a million particles of sand is a lot different than a million particles of marble. Sure. Because marble being so much more dense, and a million particles of lead. That particle of lead will be way smaller than the marble, which will be way smaller than the sand.
Sure.
Because how dense it is. So from Fox's point of view, I see it from there.
The way that they described it is that like the reason why you couldn't bend something like platinum is because of its purity. So certain metals has like a certain purity level, and if there's no minerals left in the object anymore, then there's nothing left for them to bend. And so like higher level benders can bend with less to bend with, right? So it's like, hey, you need 1,000 particles in order to bend something, right? I only need like 30, right? So like there can be fewer like I can bend things that are more and more purified of what most of us would be able to bend. So
interesting. Okay,
there's barely any mineral particles in metal, and so it's really hard for earthbenders to bend it because there's not a lot of substance there for them to bend. And so really good benders can like take it full advantage of all of that and bend that. Like that's the way they were describing it. I don't know if that's how they actually talk about it in the show. I don't remember, but that's the way this guy was bringing it, which is why he was bringing up the whole situation about Mercury, because of like what the stuff in Mercury was that they were supposedly bending. And so it's like he made some conclusion. I really have to watch it again. I'm probably not representing it very well, but
yeah.
Still.
Well, and that really just comes down to how you want to run your physics and magic in your
absolutely
game. Because
I think all of them are absolutely valid and all of them work very well.
No, absolutely. And that's the thing. Is it just how much physics do you want in your game versus how much do you want to just hand wave that, well, it's magic, that's just how it works. You know, I prefer to go the extra step and blend the two together. Yes, magic works, but magic works in a world that also still needs physics, right? Like, I mean, I look at it as, yes, magic works in my world, but so does gravity. And I don't want magic to be the reason for gravity. I want magic to be the reason why gravity works differently than you expect in some situations. But otherwise, gravity is there, right? Like if there's a planet and you're on it, you're on the planet not because some magic force, you're on the planet because the planet has gravity.
Yeah.
Right. And to me, that's I don't want to get super complicated, but that's about as much
I get that
like
absolutely
marriage that I want between magic and physics is, yes, a planet can have a irregular orbit that it shouldn't technically have in the real world due to magic. But beyond that, everything else still works.
Yeah.
You know, it still gets, you know, it's like all magic is doing is just keeping it alive, but other physics still work. And that's the way that I kind of, I prefer to run my games. And
I got mad respect for that. Absolutely.
I think that's exactly what this kind of situation calls for, is just deciding, you know, if you're going to do a metal bending.
Skip the tutorial on how to read chat. I got distracted. Okay. Yes, I skipped the tutorial. Okay. It was a little too ADHD. I apologize. Let's go back. So earthbenders need a minimum amount of earth particles within something to bend it. The better they are, the less amount of earth they need. Yes, exactly. It's naturally magic. Yeah. And so like it's so weird because it's like whatever the thing is, like before or after other magic would interact with it, it had the ability to be bent in it. And so that's like whether someone ever bent that piece of earth, it still could be bent by a bender.
So you know what that like makes
what
me
it is
more
naturally.
think of is the direction it's making me go is more like how many bonds, and again this is way more like into the real physics of how to run it, but if you really wanted to go that extra step into how much physics you want in your D&D game, the count of particles or the percentage of earth is more like how many bonds can you interact with at once. Because again, just like my example of a million particles of sand is different than a million particles of wood, which is different than a million particles of lead, right? They get progressively smaller. So technically, if you were acting on the same amount of stuff, they all, even like a pound of each, right? They're all going to be different sizes because of density.
But when you think about bending it, so now if I have a bunch of different materials, right, from copper, brass, lead, all of that,
Sure.
they're all this. I have 1 inch thick rods, 1 foot long, 1 inch thick, and I want to bend it.
Yeah.
If I imagine that at the bending point, there's going to be some parts that have to stretch and some that have to compress, right? So you're changing the bonds within the metal to actually like move and spread.
Yeah.
So the softer the metal, the less bonds that are needed to be manipulated to bend it
Interesting.
because it's less dense.
Yeah.
So to bend copper or brass, or gold, it's very easy
Sure.
because it's very soft. It's malleable because less bonds need to be affected for it to move. Whereas lead or steel, you need a fuck ton of force because a lot of those bonds are stronger and you need more of those bonds in under your control.
Right.
So unlike something's tiny where you could be like, I can only affect half. Like imagine the idea of like those 1 inch rods. Maybe at lower powers, you only need to affect 1/4 of a brass rod's bonds to weaken it enough to bend it.
Sure.
Whereas with steel, you need to affect 80%, and you can't. You can only affect 20% right now, but that's enough for brass and bronze. But when you want to get something super, super powerful, you need to be able to affect 90% of the bonds, or again, 1,000 bonds. But you need to affect a number of bonds to weaken it, just like you need to heat it, right?
Yeah.
You need to be able to have that fine tooth control. So that's that. There's where I could see that level working.
Okay.
But you'd have to want to get that granular and talk like that in your D&D game. I'm not afraid of that. It's just not something that I think players are really that interested in getting into. Some players. Is anyone sticking around in TikTok?
I see people jumping in, and I mean, I think
what
I
up,
see people
TikTok? It's
jumping
nice to
in
see
and
you.
out.
I know it's
Hello,
a bad angle.
shalom.
We're working on it. It's an experiment.
Where are you? Oh, you're over there.
Yeah, you got to lean in just a little bit.
There you go.
Lean out just a little bit to see them.
Let's see. Yeah, I see. It says
I mean,
join. It doesn't tell me when they leave.
It's probably
but
because they're scrolling through, so they just come by where on the live feed.
does that count? Like when somebody's watching you and they haven't like popped in, and you can still theoretically scroll back.
I think so.
Like, that still counts.
So,
as
or
view?
sometimes they accidentally click when they're scrolling. And
I mean, that's true. That's true. Interesting.
I'm sure most of it's that. I wouldn't. Like I said, I wouldn't worry about it. It's just
Fair enough.
there might be someone that chats, but otherwise, it's at first. Oh,
This
shit.
is where it'll show up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It just won't look like it'll just look almost the same. So.
Okay. Fair enough. Don't judge me, Foxer, man. Like, you're the one who wanted us to switch spots, okay? You wanted this, all right?
Right.
This is not.
Next they're just gonna vote me out like completely. They're just gonna be like, Vortex can just go sit on the couch, and then
What the heck am I supposed to do here? You just want to watch me follow my face, don't you? That's really all it is.
I think that's what it is. I think everybody just wants to hear you talk. I think they're done hearing me. They've heard me talk for 3 years.
They
It's your
enjoy
turn.
torturing me. That's all it is. They like watching me squirm. Whatever, it's fine.
How much time you got left? How much the timer says?
I got 3 minutes.
All right,
I got 3 minutes left.
3 minutes as
3
the
minutes of
host
the-
Kage here takes care of the show.
Yeah. But no, it's always interesting for me to ponder stuff like that, because then I gotta ask myself, because I'm always trying to think about like how I can do things like use Dobbed better, right?
Right.
And like how can I be better as a player, because I don't always get to really participate in investing in a character unless you get to invest in a character that the world invests back into. So
fucking Fox was never gonna let you live that down.
wild. Nobody listen, y'all are wild for that. Yes, like I'm out here, I'm doing my best. I like how I'm making fun of myself.
Working on it, it's a work in progress.
We do what we gotta do. But yeah, no, we do gotta play again.
You gotta be willing to either finish that. I mean, I know you were willing to step away, but I feel like there's a couple things that we need to finish up before you step away. But there's luckily as long as you've been gone, there's been enough happening to where it's gonna be curious where you
and
exit. That's the funny part. The longer you wait, the more opportunities that happen for you to step out into.
Yeah. And so, you know, like I at the very least want to get to the point where like I can say I am current. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I know that
But current in relative to what?
Current as in like there are no loose ends that are being tied up. Like wherever I'm headed is like a new direction. Like finishing the conversation, ensuring I know like
okay, yeah. The conversation is your only loose end at that point. Like realistically, once that's done, you're always moving on to a new point. So yeah,
sure.
We will have to get to that. We also need to start Old God soon. I know Vixie really wants to jump in on that and get Alo and Safia back up and running.
Yeah, that would be a phenomenal time.
Yeah, I need, like, again, it's one of those things where for the most part, most campaigns can kind of just drift off and do their own thing.
Sure.
But every now and again, I need y'all to resync timelines because I need y'all to do certain things.
Make this thing happen real quick.
Yeah, well, and it's like, you know, it's because of Vixie's characters that they're all intertwined, but I need certain things to reline up. And so you'll need to, like, progress.
Fair enough.
Oh, God, we have a new cursed image. We'll have to check that after chat because I don't have access right now.
You have it on here? Oh no, you probably have the actual one.
Yeah.
This won't show up.
It shouldn't. It's not lame.
Why?
Lame.
You guys. Why?
I'm not even trying today. Foxer, I think you need to go to sleep.
Snap time. Snap time for everybody. Goodness gracious. Whatever. Oh, look at that.
Oh, and look at that. Go back. Go to sleep.
Up.
Go to sleep, Foxer.
The timer is up.
All right. Change places. Back in the driver's seat. Let's go. It's over 20 degrees. I mean, is that too hot for you, or? I mean, I you know, I try to keep my house about 22, so. I don't know if you're used to colder than that.
I mean, you can always go down to 15 if you really feel like it.
It's cold, but I mean, fair point. All right, so what are we doing next? That
is the question.
Shout out in chat if you are available for beta testing. I need to know if we have enough people because we've done plenty of one-on-ones.
That's
we
true.
need to do team battles, but if I don't have enough people, it's just not.
If do we need at least 2 or do you want at least 3?
The more the merrier. You know, this.
I mean, the more the yes.
The more we can get, the better.
Well, we know Foxer's in chat. Come on, Foxer.
Yeah, there's a good place to put TikTok. Oh, well, we gotta. Someone followed us on TikTok for this.
Oh yeah, sweet.
I really wish on here I could change the like manage everything. Wait. Go to live center website. Oh.
Hecate, what up? What's going on, man? Alright.
Yeah, it won't.
Grab this. Let me grab this.
It's so funny. It will not let me watch my live from, or like my.
Really?
I can't get to my admin side of my live from here if I'm on
Oh, that's weird. Can you normally get to it from here?
No. This is the first time I've tried.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
It's whatever. What's going on, Hecate? All right. Well, if we're not doing OSR, that's fine. It's not been fixed anyway, so realistically speaking,
We're just gonna get some more data points.
Yeah, it was just gonna be more of everything. So, that's what I wanted. Well, at least, yeah. So as long as you're there, you're at least a little bit on stream.
Okay.
What's going on today? Nothing much. We just chilling, trying to figure out what to do. OSR hasn't really been worked on too much, so we don't have, unless we were going to do like a 2-on-2 or 3-on-3 to really test everything. That's not really going to be able to be an option, but that's fine, because again, we're just going to run the same problems, and the 1-on-1 takes too long.
Yeah.
I know enough about the individual buttons now. We just really need to test the characters and see a full game through.
I think that was the big thing. I was going to see if we could figure out any, look at any of the other characters and see if any of them needed anything else, but
it takes too long to like reset around.
Yeah.
Going. So, it's a work in progress.
It's fair enough. It's fair enough.
It's still fine. Hecate has more spells for you.
More spells.
More spells on the way. I love it.
Oh, I'm very excited. Please and thank you.
So keep that up. Really wish. Oh, actually, no. I'm curious. Actually, custom browser. Can I actually like? No way. Actually like.
Is that the app? I didn't even know they had one for PC.
What's that?
Is it the app?
No, it's a browser like.
Oh, pop out.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow.
I was trying to get it just for chat, but I can't get it just for chat.
Rude.
Because chat doesn't pop out on TikTok apparently. Wait. Oh. Wait a minute. Is it now? No. How do I No, that's not working either. TikTok, why can't you be more helpful? I just want this thing to be able to pop out chat. No. Whatever. I don't care.
Being disrespectful.
It's fine. All right. Well, what other questions then do we have? I guess it's just on to D&D stuff then, because if we're not going to be testing OSR, it's either that or just general BS chit chat.
I mean,
questions from chat. Feel free to. Throw
that's
them out
fair.
There.
We always love a this or that. Like even that cantrip one was kind of interesting. Like I've been being a spellcaster in 5th edition is hard. I don't feel like I really have a good connection with magic as a spellcaster in 5th edition. And like I like the idea of spellcasters, right? But there's a kind of a difference between a spellcaster and a magic wielder. That's
I agree. That's actually a good point.
yeah. Because like the way you describe your wizards, those are magic wielders, right? Yeah. Like and I would say that, you know,
like
the way
from a spell scroll is different than being able to cast your own magic.
But even your memorized magic,
that's what I mean. Is like someone holding a scroll, casting it from that is a spellcaster. But someone like anybody who doesn't need that, who can memorize, a sorcerer.
I would even say a sorcerer. The way you describe your sorcerers, where they like create something, I would say that thing that they create, even though it's unique and it's creative and they can do a lot of different unique things with it, that's still a spell that they created and they're casting that thing. Okay, but somebody who's wielding magic, like me and my personhood am coming in contact with the magic, and I'm having something to do with like moving it.
Okay,
Like
I see what you mean.
that's kind of how I feel like the wizards you talk about are like, I'm gonna pull this raw fire from the plane of fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Let's see if I can fix it.
I'm curious if you can do a thing where you landscape it, but you like chop it and then you put it top to bottom. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that'll work. No, that probably wouldn't work. No. I feel like they're trying to hide the settings from us. Still looks the same. At least on there it does. Is it? Yeah, I guess it is. Although something popped up in chat. Being a dick. Uh-oh. Live has ended. Okay. Oh, it just started another one.
Wait. Hold up. Wait a minute. TikTok live. Oh.
TikTok
New Star Wars
live.
Monopoly? No, not. I have not heard about New Star Wars Monopoly.
Star Wars Monopoly, what? I mean-
DM question: if you
Ooh.
could change your race into any D&D race, what would it be and why? I mean, it's such a difficult question because if we're just talking about like basic everyday world, elf because of lifespan and extra abilities, and a couple extra things, plus it'd be the easiest to get away with, right? Outside of that, I mean, anything else would just make you look like an alien or make you, inhabitable and inhospitable for this
Depends
world.
on how exotic you're talking about. Because if
And-
I could be a changeling, I might go that route.
I mean, yeah, you could do. It depends on, do you have all the magic, or it's a really weird, again,
Yeah.
assuming you have everything, because it's just the race. So it's like, yeah, there's a ton of races out there, but it's like the changeling's nice, but again, what's the purpose of it other than potentially nefarious? Again, it's like for me, I'd much rather just the elf. It's like at least I can live long. And
Sure.
And then
Sure.
if I do get the racial benefits from it, like I get some better sight, I can get a little bit of better sight. I could survive a little bit better in nature. I get a little bit better hearing. In the worst cases, I have some cool looking ears, but otherwise I just pass like human.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you really go off on like what races give you special abilities,
Sure. I mean, I might argue, depending on how things appear. Like you could go Asimar, and they're relatively human appearing, and they have some decent abilities that, you know, when used, could be fantastical and might give you away. But
Yeah.
outside of that, you know, maybe you could just moonlight as a superhero when you're using your powers or something like that.
And that's really what it comes down to, is what powers are you getting and what are you actually doing with it? Like, again, this is real world, right? It's
Yeah,
not like
absolutely.
If you were in D&D, what would you be? But like, if I had a real world powers, it's like, what would I really do with them if I didn't want to actively have to use them all the time?
Sure.
Or if I had to actively hide them. But being an elf, I just live.
Sure.
I basically just get to live, just chill, and I kind of just don't give a fuck about a lot after, you know what I mean? Like that's.
Yep.
But again, that's a very basic answer, very basic of the initial races. Shout out in chat. What would you do if you could be a D&D race in this world? Which one would you guys choose? Be honest, because I'm really thinking about it. There's a lot of cool races. There's a lot of things they can do. But I'm talking about your day-to-day life. You just suddenly
It kind of depends on if some of the racial feats you get are literal spells and you get them at certain levels. So for like there could be a reason to be like, yeah, this race gets a spell. They can Misty Step, they can Hellish Rebuke, they can whatever.
And those are fine, but that's what I said is like, but
darkness.
In this world, if you just suddenly could snap your fingers and that's the race and you took on their characteristics, but otherwise you're you and the world doesn't change.
Mm-hmm. What are you really going to use?
How does Hellish Rebuke really change your life other than are you going to be that guy? Are you just going to start being that guy that you then have to explain why you're always like, you know, and then how often are you really going to be somewhere that's useful? Misty Step, awesome. But other than
there is one that gives you Charm Person.
I mean, Charm Person could be great, you know, but do you want to be that person, right? Like, is that the life you want to live? You know, again, Misty Step could be kind of cool because I imagine like the jumper thing where it's like you sit down like, forgot my drink. Okay, cool. You know, I could see Misty Step being that kind of like a thing.
Sure.
But I don't know. That's where, again, maybe I'm being a little bit too much. But I really do look like if I could be it right now, like I don't want to be anything with wings. Like, can you imagine just suddenly having wings and then have to explain that or just deal with that?
Yeah.
You try to be anything that doesn't look real, you have to explain it off as like a health condition. I mean, you be a Gith Yankee. And then suddenly you just, again, not that that's a bad thing, but like, are the powers, like if you became a Gith Yankee, let's say that was your vibe, are what you're going to get from it
worth what you have to go through? Yeah.
Treat you.
Yeah.
And respond to you. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but like you basically look like you're either forever in cosplay or you have a disease. And so you have to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you have wings, you basically have to, most people are going to 99%, until you become famous, people are going to assume that's cosplay.
Sure.
Until they realize, oh, there's a guy that just has wings.
This guy will not get out of his cosplay.
It's
been 4 years.
And so, yeah, it's one of those, like, the reality of what you're actually going to do with it in this world, I think just comes down to, like, what's going to, to me, the question is what's going to benefit you every day.
Yeah.
And quite literally giving me an extra 900, years gives me plenty of time to figure out how that's going to benefit me every day of those 900. You know what I mean? It gives me quite a few thousand of those days left to ponder that idea. So it's a better word in a world where everyone gets to choose. So basically, it's what happens when everything becomes D&D. Like D&D, because if everyone gets to choose a race, then you're basically saying what happens if the world became D&D.
I mean, well, like, if everyone, again, we were in the way we were just talking about getting a race, like you literally just get that race's powers. Like you're not gonna get a whole class, but like yes, like
it's going beyond.
Think about what's that fucking movie with Will Smith and the elves and the orcs?
Blight. Yeah.
Blight. Yes, like it's basically that.
If that's the case, like then the question really is again, like in this new world, who do you want to be? Because like again, I still have my job. You know what I mean? Like what? So again, it just comes down to what abilities would make me better than the average person. Like, yes, some people might be able to be super strong, but it's like, are you still going to be a criminal? Because guess how many other cops did that, right? I think there's going to be a point to where it's like, what did you choose and why? At least as an elf, they also have higher intelligence. So I'd be better at my job. I'd probably make more money. I'd live longer to invest it. So it's like, realistically speaking, like I would go from, being how old I am to just basically being a toddler again.
Sure.
But
I could start with financial.
But I mean, you wouldn't even be a toddler. Like it would theoretically
consideration. I would
sure.
I'd be suddenly a toddler.
But again, everybody else who is an elf would also be suddenly an elf.
No,
so
I just mean like instead of me being middle aged, I'd suddenly be a toddler.
Oh yeah. Like you got
like the idea of like, oh, investing in any company now is an actual strategy.
Yeah.
It's not like it's too late kind of mentality.
Sure.
So, and that's the thing. It's like what I would just look at it as, even if that's the case, it's not about a competition. It's not like it's going to be like wars now. Like, oh, it's not going to be D&D where suddenly my job changes into a D&D job. It's just, what's really going to benefit me other than either being cool every now and again or solving a mild inconvenience.
Sure.
Again, Misty Step, that's great. They're really solving.
And that's absolutely valid. And like, I think unless you have like an idea that is specifically built around like whatever it is that you're choosing, like there are certain what you would call like blanket, anybody could choose this, and like this is going to be a valuable pick. This is going to be like an objectively beneficial pick for anyone to go down this road.
A very large portion of people wanting any race that allows them to live both in water and on land.
Sure. Yeah.
So I mean, how often do people want to be able to just be like, I'm just gonna go in the ocean today?
I mean, to be honest, like you just be like, yeah, I'm getting as far away from people as possible. Let me just go find a place to live down there. Screw everything else.
Just
like
exploration.
Yeah.
Like never needing a submarine again. Just like I'm just gonna go.
Okay, so here's the deal. We still have not explored like the deepest depths of our oceans. Like how deep could we really realistically go?
Well,
like
that's why you would have to choose a species that can do that.
But like in High Point, a Triton, a regular dude, a Triton that can like breathe underwater. Could he go to the deep? I don't know how deep like stuff in High Point is.
Like that, to me, I would still have certain pressures that not.
It's gonna squish you like a freaking grape. Yeah. Okay.
Hecate would choose the Shadar Kai for them because they're a night person, so not much to say, and they have fun racial traits. That's fair. Okay, so let's see. I was doing something. Y'all distracted me. How dare you?
How dare?
How dare you distract me with good questions?
We love good questions.
Ball.
Oh, that's what we were doing. We're doing TikTok things. TikTok things.
That one. Hey, you. I need you to do that.
Okay.
I need you to do.
What are we doing?
Do this? Hold on. Blah blah blah. Oh, I was adding the wrong source. That's why. Hold on. Can you check what's up in chat?
It's like chat said Hecate redeemed another this or that. Would you rather choose a 6th level spell to use in real life or 2 1st level spells in real life? That would very much depend on whether they are like I can cast them like cantrips or if I can cast them once a day. Like,
well, I'm assuming they work the exact same. So, well, I mean, I guess that doesn't really answer anything because at what level are you? How many can you cast?
Yeah. So, like, if I can just pick one of these spells and I can cast it like a cantrip, then we got a real good question on my hands.
Oh yeah. Well, and on top of that too,
but for once a day.
So 2 level 3s or 1 level 6 once a day. Cleric or wizard spells?
I would say it's any spell, any of the spell lists.
Off the top of my head, I don't know.
2 first level or 1 6th level? Any spell, yeah.
Shit. No. What the fuck is happening?
I would say, because the would you rather is between which one, with it once being once a day, it's highly likely that I'm going to choose a 6th level spell. Because I'm likely going to get a significant amount of more value out of a 6th level spell than 2 first level spells. First level spells are cool, but like I don't think there's much that I can do once a day that's, I would say, life-changing enough. And again, I don't mean life-changing, but like significantly changing enough for me to be able to be like, yeah, 2 first level spells, that's what I would want. There's plenty of healing 6th level spells, and if you really want a heal spell, what you can do is going to be so much massively more valuable at 6th level once a day than 2 first level healing spells, right? Unless you want one to do one thing and one to do something different. Because if you choose a heal spell for earning money and then you choose like something else for
I mean, honestly, I would have to really look, but if it's only once per day, I would be looking for any combination spells that would either guarantee my safety or guarantee money generation of some sort.
So,
and the reason mainly being that if I can only do each once per day, so 2 once per day or 1 once per day,
mm-hmm.
It's either going to be something that's going to be rejuvenating, like a healing spell, keeping young spell.
Good berry. You literally would never need to eat again.
Well,
it would never satiate you.
Yeah.
But it would sustain you.
Yeah, and so that's where I'm kind of like, I'm on the fence again about how much we're talking about in terms of like, well, it's only once per day, and I'm like, well, why would you take 2 spells? But again, it just really depends on what that 6. I haven't read the spells.
Yeah.
Right off the top of my head, it's hard for me to think.
Yeah, there's you know what, let me see if I can look something up real quick. Because that is my job. Yeah, that gets my face. Is that TikTok? That's TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah, that gets me. Hey.
It's a little
hey.
You know, it's whatever. I mean, it's still behind the scenes bullshit, so that's cool. Okay, so cool. How do I
spells. All spells. We're just going to take a gander at the 6th level spell list. Arcane Gate? Bruh. Out the gate, a banger. Dude, go to the government. You would get paid. Well, you might get arrested and experimented on. But then you could kind of fuck them up.
So this will actually be even better because now I can have chat over here. And go live. Okay, now we're actually live on TikTok as well. Back on TikTok. Oh yeah, that looks way better. Look at that. It looks way
absolutely
better.
Top
so
tier.
If you do want
Top
a bit
tier.
of a different angle, we are live on TikTok with a camera out in the back. So this is going to be kind of just like a chill thing. I need to turn off the
the green. Yeah.
Screen over here though, for sure.
For sure. State barrier. And bones.
Give us a little bit.
That one's just cool. That would also be fun, but not really practical. Absolutely.
Where is the green screen? I'm so mad that I can't figure out what green screen is.
Oh, in the TikTok settings?
Yeah.
That is super weird. Why would it automatically put it on?
I think, well, no, I don't actually, I don't even know why. Get that. Oh, there we are. That's better. Okay. Cool. We are back up and running. TikTok is good. So, let's see. Back to chat.
So I'll say this. I found a couple of 6th level spells that you would want to have once a day.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
As far as first level spells, like there's some good options. But again, like you said, it depends on like you really want to be that type of person, because you're gonna have to, like, the 6th level spells, like it's not like that. Like something like contingency. You want to talk about keeping yourself alive?
Oh yeah.
Oh hell yes.
But I mean, contingency a lot of the times really depends on, is contingent on having another spell. But yeah.
True.
Usually you have to use it in conjunction with something.
Actually, let me look at that. Is that what that says? Choose a spell of 5th level of lower that you can cast. Yeah. I guess that's fair. But global invulnerability, you know, that one's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only once a day, and you could get you out of a tight situation for a minute.
Yeah. Again, I'm looking for something that's just way more like, I'm more likely to use it every day, or not something I don't want something once in a lifetime. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
sure,
life's already rare enough. Like, I don't need a once in a lifetime.
Hey, just conjure Fae.
Oh, you know.
Would you do that every day?
I would do it a lot more than you think. Like, basically, would that be my own version of like AI, but it actually works? Could I literally just be like, conjure Fae, do this report for me, and it's just AI, but it works, but it still fucks up. Just
do they have to follow what you say?
I don't know.
Free creature challenge rating 6 or
I don't know,
lower.
but that would be interesting.
Fae takes a form beast challenge rating 6.
Okay, so that's interesting. Okay, so I would probably, yeah, I'd really have to dive into the 1st and 2nd level list, because I'd also go back to 2nd edition. You know me, I'm not going to be bound by 5th edition.
Absolutely.
So I'd be diving deep. Off the top of my head, I think I would go with two first levels, because I think there's some combinations that would be well worth it. But I'm also sure there's a 6th level spell out there that would just be hands down. You know, like if we're talking about something like, you know, like a divine intervention or something, where every day I could just be like,
sure,
you know, I want a reason for like, dude, a daily divine intervention is basically I'm going to be a professional gambler. Can you imagine just daily divine intervention? Just be like, okay, time to go gambling. By the way,
right,
you got me, big guy. And then just get in there, jackpot, I'm out. Just leave.
Jump.
Bro, like imagine there's enough casinos around the world. I could travel the world. I would take one windfall, travel the world, and anytime I wanted, when I'm just like, I'll just go somewhere, right? And I'm like, oh, I'm running out of cash. Just walk in, $1,000 in the first slot machine. Hey, boom, divine intervention, jackpot. Walk out with 10 mil. All right, just keep traveling. Oh, I gotta stop somewhere. 10 mil.
I feel like you would get famous pretty quick and people will stop letting you in. I feel like you get famous pretty quick. You hit the first 6 and then they're like, this guy can't come in no more.
If you go, if you spread it out, you can't do it everywhere.
I would say if you like do one in like every country, if you had the ability, I mean, you got that kind of money.
Do it though. Again, how often you doing it?
That's fair. That's fair.
Those jackpots really do pay out a couple mil. I mean, you don't gotta do it. That's what I'm saying. You could do this daily, but again, so it's like, imagine every now and again you just be able to be like, this is like not working out. It's like or just to be like, you know what? I haven't had this one meal in forever. Like there's a certain or just being like one of those like, you know what? I remember this burger
and I know that there's this really good burger joint. I wonder if they could make it. So you walk in, you go, be like, hey, but, you know, you got me on this one. Divine intervention, chef. Can you make me? And try to describe a burger, and the chef will be like, "Let me see what I could do," and it makes you the
perfect
thing that you're just like, "That's what I." Again,
so fucking wild.
That's
man.
what we're talking. I think Divine Intervention is like a third or fourth.
It's not a spell. It's a in 5th edition at the very least. It's not. It's
Okay.
it's a class feature of a cleric.
I do think it's a spell in 2nd edition.
That's
But,
wild.
like that's what I'm talking
But
about.
yeah.
Like, that's the kind of spell I'm looking for.
Sure.
Is something that just tilts the odds in my favor, or just like windfalls it to where it's like, if I can just guarantee it, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know, if there was a spell that I could just basically flip the outcome of something, you know, just like, oh, I didn't get that job. Never mind, I did.
That's wild.
I'm just saying.
Why? Well, I keep thinking of like, what spell would essentially give me Domino's ability?
Right. I mean, there is a spell of luck, right? So this is first or 6th level spells, right?
1st or 6th, correct.
Let's see if I can get. I have the book in the back room. I could also just go get the book.
Fair enough.
Spells for 2nd edition. Let's see if I can look up an actual good spell list. So quickly, let's go over 1st level spells from 2nd edition, right? So you have like Animal Friendship.
Okay.
Not bad right out the gate.
Cool. I mean,
Bless. Right there. So you raise the morale of a friendly creature.
yeah, I'm curious what it does in 2nd edition.
So you raise the morale of a friendly creature and ally. Upon uttering the bless spell, caster raises the morale of friendly creatures, and any saving throws, any saving throw rolls they make against fear effects, get a +1. Furthermore, it raises their attack dice rolls by +1. Blah blah blah. You can bless items.
Bless items? What?
Attacking use of the spell is to bless a single item, for example, a crossbow bolt for use against a Rakshasa. The weight of the item is limited to 1 pound per caster per level, and the effect lasts until the item is used or the spell duration ends. Multiple bless spells are not cumulative. In addition, the verbal effect, somatic, and gestural components are required by the priest. When cast upon enemy creatures, lowers their morale and attack by -1. So you can also de-bless creatures.
Oh yeah, like you can bane them. Like you can like do the opposite.
It's technically considered a curse.
Interesting.
This spell can be reversed. It's basically a reverse, so it's a curse.
So this is bless and bane. So in 5th edition, there's 2 different spells for this. But okay, cool. Very interesting.
No, that doesn't work. Oh well. I mean, again, 1st level spells, there's combined. So if you and another buddy had this ability, this allows you and another spellcaster to combine to enhance the ability of a spell. So if you both chose 2 1st level spells and you each chose this, and then the other
Interesting.
there's some stuff you can do.
Interesting.
There's command. So there's your command. Create water, cure light wounds. I mean, cure light wounds. You basically are a walking band-aid.
I mean, yeah.
Or like a walking.
And that's what I think that's what Foxer or Hecate said in chat, is that we're gonna get like a 1st level spell to heal. But that's what I was saying. If you want to do that, just get the 6th level spell heal.
But again, if I can get a level heal and animal friendship, or heal and bless, or heal and command, heal is just for me to keep me going very minimally. But then there's another thing I can do.
Sure.
So again, so I'm looking at that, like, detect evil, detect magic, detect poison, detect snares, whatever. Like, how often are you running into that shit on a day-to-day basis?
I mean, if there's actually magic in your world, then maybe. But other than that,
endure cold and heat.
Depends on how like, do I just not need a jacket in winter, or can I actually survive jumping in the Antarctic?
It's 1 hour per level, -30 or as high as 130. And unprotected. You can withstand those temperatures unprotected
Skin to skin.
for hours equal to your level.
I would need to know what determines our level in this case, but
right, but
still, possibly. At the very least, it's an hour, which is not bad.
Entangle is a really great 1st level spell.
I mean, yeah, but you're talking about in real life.
Invisibility to animals.
To animals?
That, I mean, depending on where you live, invisibility to animals could be an amazing.
It could be a great one if, like, depending on like certain career paths you take. Like, you could be the next Steve Irwin. You know what I mean?
Locate animals or plants.
Sure. Again, depending on your field, that could be valuable.
Light, magical stone, pass without trace. Protection from evil. Purify food and drink is a good one. Remove fear. Sanctuary. Shillelagh. Astral clarity. Astral celerity.
Shillelagh is actually kind of cool. Well, actually, yeah, Shillelagh is kind of cool.
And battle fate.
Even though it's combat oriented.
Let's watch this.
I know what it actually does.
Calculate, calm animals, dispel fatigue. That could be an interesting one. Basically, like a shot of coffee.
Sure.
Let's see. Where's this one? No. Let's see. Where else? Looking. I'm just trying to breeze through a lot of these because there's so many of these. No age, no direction, no time. No, it requires more than one person. That one's not really that great. Oh, I mean, you get Skeletal Servant for a necromantic spell. Then it lasts for a week. So if you get this every single day, I think you only get one at a time, but it's not suited for complex tasks, but it's kind of basically like
it could be your if you're like a mechanic, it could be your like, go give me this tool, go give me this, whatever. Depending on how strong it is, it can lift stuff up for you.
So there's not a ton of first level spells that are.
There's some cool ones, but like I just feel like the significant. Now the biggest thing for me is longevity. Like in 5th edition, there's something like depending on like how you would say this would help you in the real world, there's something like a mage armor that basically increases your AC. So you're talking about like defending yourself or keeping yourself safe, like however that would look for you, like in the real world. If somebody tries to punch you, right, like are you gonna get hit? Are you gonna like automatically dodge? Like what's it gonna look like? Who knows? I don't know. But stuff like that, like I feel like, and that lasts 8 hours, that lasts the whole day, or at least but like there's most everything else, if it's once a day, it's for like a minute. It's once a day, it's for maybe an hour depending on what it is. And so like how much usefulness am I gonna get out of this thing for one day?
You might want to duck under that.
Yeah.
Or do you want to?
I got you. Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so I would definitely say that cure minor wounds is absolutely necessary. Quick question from chat. Cart asks, do you think that the D&D equivalent of the Power Rangers would be paladins or monks? Paladins. At least D&D 2nd edition is at least according to 2nd edition, because if you think about it, they are given the powers by a higher deity or a higher creature,
sure.
An entity, I should say, not necessarily a god, but an entity. They are bestowed upon it, and only in their name and in their actions are they given their abilities. And you can even think of their Zords as their smite abilities, because like they can power up, they can get weapons that also do extra damage, then they get upgrades. So I think that too many people assume that monk is the thing to be as long as there's martial arts, like non-weapon martial arts involved. And I fear that that is a like big holdup in monk subclasses, is people don't realize that like monks can be more than just non-weapon wielding like martial artists.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's just the mindset.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, in 2nd edition, the whole powering up through Zordon and getting like the suits and everything, that's 100% a paladin. You could even say a group of warlocks, but they don't really cast spells, so they're more paladins because they physically fight.
I do like the warlock idea. Like I think that there might be an answer for a melee warlock, right? Your
Maybe.
Eldritch Fist.
maybe one or two of them. You know, maybe Tommy was.
But no, I think I agree with that. I think I can agree with that.
Skip day is a 6th level spell.
Skip day? Who wants to skip it? Well, but no, man, don't skip a day.
I'm looking
Unless
at
it's leg
least
day.
in
You can
second
skip leg
edition,
day.
6th level spells are not great. I mean, Word of Recall is not bad if I get that every single day. Basically, I get to it takes the priest instantly back to his sanctuary when the word's uttered. So if this was my sanctuary, I could basically just take an Uber anywhere and always get home for free.
Yep.
I like, again, would I rather take that over being able to just like heal almost any like minor injury?
I would
And
also
something else, but I'm just saying,
if I could
like,
just heal, like not only can I do minor injuries, I could probably heal a broken leg. I could like heal as a 6th level spell. Like that's crazy. Well,
yeah,
at least in 5th edition it is.
I mean, transport via plants would be interesting.
And-
I mean, that would be kind of cool,
Dude,
Like,
now, what was the first one that I saw that I thought was crazy? Hold on, where did it go?
part water. Heal. I mean, honestly, heal is probably the right answer for 6th level spells.
Arcane Gate. Arcane Gate is a 6th level spell. Literally opening a gate to another dimension. Like
Yeah, but you'd have to know how to use that. At least with like walk through plants, I can just go outside and step into like.
oh, you
I
mean
get-
like tree stride or whatever?
Well,
or
that's
transport via plants?
Yeah,
Is
so
that what
I'm
it
just
was?
saying,
Yeah.
if I could transport via plants, depending on how big it is, but honestly, like transport via plants, if I could know the plants between here and my work or here and anywhere, I could just walk outside, walk into a bush, and then walk out near the store. Like I would never need to transport myself
That
anywhere.
yeah.
Because it's like, you know,
But again, it's once a day. It's once a day, and see that's what bugs me.
it is. Yeah, it is. That's
If
fair.
if I got a to and from trip, that would be infinitely more worth it. But like, I genuinely like the idea like of the as a cantrip, and I think that changes the game for both spells.
Oh, absolutely.
If you could do it as a cantrip, like whatever spell you get, you could cast that spell at will without restraint.
Yeah, but then it would still have to be healed. Like, I mean, again, it just by the sheer power. I mean, there's other stuff that's cool, but let's face it, just never having to worry as long as you're conscious, never having to worry about what happened. Especially with heal, just you fall off the roof, just oh, okay. like
Pass it over and over and over.
like as you're falling, just wait, time it right. Okay, that hurt. Like,
Yeah.
Heal yourself right as you hit the ground.
Yep.
Like you still got to go through the pain, but hey, you'll live. Yeah, I don't know.
Yep.
Like looking through the 6th level spells, I really, yeah, heal and like any kind of movement are the two like most common ones. I think I would be down for.
Yeah.
But yeah, Power Rangers, that was a good question. I definitely say Paladins all the way.
What are the two options? It was paladins and
Monks.
And monks. I mean, like, I feel like they would multi-class, sure,
Yeah.
multi-class, but
Sure.
yeah, you gotta have that divinity connected to you somehow.
All right. Well, everyone bounced from Twitch.
Did they?
This is why I wasn't like so stressed about starting today because
Fair enough.
like I didn't think we were going to get the beta testing out as much, but that's fine.
Fair enough. Oh, well, you did take a field trip today. Are you feel comfortable talking about what you may or may not have found?
Oh, I know I didn't get over there today. I'll get over there
rip.
tomorrow.
Okay, fair enough.
I was going to go today if you were going to be off early enough, but I
Oh.
decided to forget it. So
Fair enough.
I will go there tomorrow morning and
Just
try
take
to
a look.
figure it out because the
Okay.
whole point is I have to figure out, I have to do some research first thing in the morning about how the handles are put together,
Sure.
what kind of equipment we need. I need to get some good examples. Then I need to go figure out where they all are so we know what we're doing. Probably not going to do the IRL stream just because I'm still wary about doing that in public places.
I agree.
But I think if I do something like I can either take pictures and we can do one of those voting things where they tap the screen and that counts for votes, but again, we don't have a lot of people.
Sure.
So it may just be then where I go online and find a few examples and then just say, hey, which hilt, give me a vote on hilts and the top two I'll buy and have ready. and then like, so we'll build it piece by piece with folks, and then when it comes time to put together, I'll put all the first ones together, and then we'll go piece by piece on, do you like that,
Yeah.
something like that. I feel like that would be better for everyone to come to the conclusion of what type of handle
Sure.
good for them,
So they can like see it actually. Yeah. I totally feel that.
I think I will try to figure all of that out this weekend. I mean, most people will be, out and about for the holiday. So I feel pretty confident I will be able to get in and out.
Sure.
Of my local. So
Okay.
I'm not too worried about it. But good questions. Thank you so much. But I'm running out of ideas. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more back and forth with chat
Sure.
but yeah, I didn't really have anything else. That was kind of it, which is fine. Small streams are fine, short streams, I mean,
That's fair enough. We're bound.
ain't that bad.
We're bound to have them every once in a while, and like you said, like genuinely speaking, it's kind of above average for a lot of streamers like we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
So-
and we got TikTok finally set up today, so we'll start to have more of our actual streams. Now the downside is Monday streams are going to be down. Unfortunate. Well, actually no, because now that I actually am able to do
Landscape.
the tablet and do landscape, I should also be able to stream the desktop. So
So you want to be able to?
we should be able to do reviews on TikTok now too, so they can actually see our Monday streams.
Interesting.
So yeah, TikTok. We might be coming to TikTok with our.
I think it'd be interesting
with our
if
homebrew review. So
if we were
watch out
talking
for us.
if we were talking about our homebrew review, but like didn't show it, so they had to come over to Twitch to see what the actual thing was. You know what I mean?
But
I mean, it would be me.
It could work though.
They pass by and they hear us talk about a really cool feature, and they're like, "Oh, what are they talking about?" And they're like, "What? I can't see it. Where is it?" Come join us on Twitch.
Right. I mean,
Right.
but that's the other thing too. Is you don't want to get caught doing that, because then TikTok might.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Like, but I wouldn't mind. I do want to spread that out. I mean, I was talking about this last time. I have been considering whether or not staying away from Kick is really going to be viable. I don't know if there's any space for D&D content there.
Sure.
I don't know if we're the type of personalities or if we're the type of content that would even do well.
Sure.
But I've started to also consider that they have a lot more lax rules. So there's probably a lot more we can get away with over there. And I don't mean that in a nuisance sense, but the other day on Wednesday when I was streaming, I wasn't really having fun playing games. No one was really showing up, and I was like, I'm gonna go, play some pool, listen to music, drink some beer. And I was like, well, the downside is I can't really stream that because it'd be copyright music, and Twitch and YouTube would just kick me as soon as that happened. But Kick doesn't care.
What does that mean? Like they would like stop your stream?
They'd either mute it or cut the live,
That's so crazy.
because they would just get DMCA'd. So, but that's the other option is with Kick, I could go live on the tablet on Kick, just set it up in the corner in the tavern where I'm playing pool.
Mm-hmm.
I could just have the music in the background and just play pool with Kick in the background, and then every now and again check chat. It just depends on whether or not the current audience would follow me over there to watch real behind the scenes kind of stuff, and B, again, would that grow anything? Like, is it worth having the audience go to another platform just to see that kind of content? Because why not make a Patreon if I'm going to do behind the scenes, custom only content? It's like, well, then why go to Kick? Why not make actual money and make it, So there's all those questions like, is it worth it? Is it worth the effort to do all of that?
Like, what are you going to grow by going there?
And what am I going to offer other than you're going to watch me play pool? Like, watch me maybe do some karaoke.
But I will say there are some people that like, that's a vibe for them. Like they literally will just turn this on just so that they can exist in the same room as somebody else just existing. Like it's crazy, but like some people really vibe with that. Like I knew some people who were into that.
Think? Like, is that anything? You guys have been here long enough. Is that anything that you'd be interested in? Like, is the idea of seeing more behind the scenes stuff? That's why I started gaming again on stream. Is just it's kind of more behind the scenes, getting to hang out with us when we're not doing review content, we're not making our own D&D content, we're not talking about D&D. It's just other things. But I don't know if it would be worth having a Kick account. I don't know if any of our viewers are on Kick and if that would be worth it. I don't know if the kind of content that I don't know what else I would make there other than content where I want music involved. That's like the first thing that comes to mind is anytime I would want music involved.
Sure. Yeah.
Like I would probably, honestly, if that's the case, I'd probably play more Rocket League.
How do we get around that when we do the Fortnite?
We don't. Because it's in the game, it's usually less of an issue.
Sure.
But we get flagged all the time. Luckily, we're not monetized, so we're not.
So it's not
in that, but we
affecting us really.
Flagged all the time.
Sure.
And even the TikTok or the Twitch VODs get flagged and muted.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's funny.
I suck it up because those are game nights. So
sure.
It's like, it's whatever. Like we've had plenty of content. We're usually like 4 hours in at that point, so I don't care. But like, I love when I play Rocket League. I love blasting my music.
Absolutely.
I can't do that.
Yeah.
So what I've been doing is I'll listen to my music on my headphones when I play Rocket League on stream. So everyone else like just sees me kind of like jamming out. But if I did it on Kick, I'd be able to. So maybe there is a value there. I just don't know if the value is only for me.
Sure.
I also said this too on Wednesday. I don't even know if I'm going to use it yet, but I did find out that Twitch decided to expand what you can do. So with a single account, so you can have multiple streaming accounts under like one email. So like one Twitch account, but multiple streaming like.
Okay.
outlets.
Sure. Kind of like in YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I did recreate my Vortex account.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm going to use it. I don't know if I'm going to go back to actually streaming games just because it just, I don't know. Sometimes I feel weird when I'm streaming games or when you're not here because it's like trying to play as Vortex, but again, everyone knows just the brand name. So it's like, I don't know if that's good or bad or not. And I don't know. I know that everyone's used to the main person like going off their name, right? Like most YouTubers, most streamers are off of like their username.
Yeah.
We're kind of different that way.
You specifically because like you introduce yourself as Vortex. Like your tag on here is Misfit Gamer Studios, but
everything else,
like you are Vortex, and like even in like in our conversations, in the way everybody refers to you in chat, all of that stuff. The only time it actually says that was when somebody asks you, right? So
or they're new and they don't know anything.
Right, exactly.
And that's why I just don't know. Again, it's the value. Is there a value add to me doing that? So it is kind of.
I would say that one would be a lot more for you, and like if that's something that you vibe with enough to be like, hey, I would love to be able to stream as me again. You know what I mean?
But I just don't know what it like. Yeah, because you'll have to start from scratch too. It's like because that channel isn't affiliated with this. It doesn't get to start as an affiliate. So
but I mean, were you before you started? Before you changed? Yeah, exactly. So
but I'm just saying, like none of the normal followers. So I would really start from scratch.
Sure.
Again, it's like what I'd have to remember to change the login every time I wanted to play.
I mean, I would say like you could post it in the Discord, and like I don't know how often you guys see us pop up in Discord versus seeing us pop up in Twitch, but doing that in Discord, people in our Discord would see, oh, Vortex is streaming, and then they'd click on that chat, and then it would take you to your Vortex channel, and then they could, at least our people could get used to following you there as well, bringing those people that watch us pretty regularly, watch you pretty regularly.
I feel like they would just muddy the waters too, because then it's like, which channel is doing better, and then who should I spend more time on? Why if I'm gonna make content, why not make content?
Sure. I mean, but that's the cool thing is like anything that you stream on there, like theoretically you could continue to multi-stream on the Misfit Gamers Studios YouTube, even though it was the other account, and then you could still keep all that stuff for the brand. It would still all be there. It'd just be you streaming as Vortex theoretically. So it depends on like you said, how valuable it is for you to go down that road or whatever.
Time and effort. Yeah. I don't know. It's there. I created it. I don't know if I'll use it, but it's there. Again, I'm trying to think of a good use case where it makes sense to want to do that differently. It makes sense with Kick because I can get away with stuff on Kick.
Sure.
But just separating my name from the brand, it's like, but what would be the purpose of that? Unless the only thing I can think of like in the future is if this gets so big with D&D that I can't, like, for the purposes of branding and for the purposes of the audience, I can no longer game on it because when I go live on Misfit Gamer Studios, we are doing D&D. Like, it's one of those kind of things.
Sure.
The brand gets so niched. I
Yeah.
have to diversify. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm still very heavily considering Kick. I've been against it for so long. They have gotten a little bit better. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's not like Twitch is really that much better. Like, it's just that, you know, Twitch is the devil we know, but not necessarily like,
Not a devil.
yeah, not necessarily like, you know, the angel compared. And that's the problem is like, Kick's not going anywhere. And, you know, is there a value add to us, to our audience? That's the big question.
Absolutely.
But we didn't get any answer from chat, so I'm gonna assume chat no likey that idea, or chat don't give a fuck about the idea.
Chat no
or chat's not even
likey?
paying attention.
Chat's asleep.
Chat's asleep.
Oh, Chad, bro. Chad's asleep, dude. Oh, you're gonna blast them, aren't you? Oh my gosh, of course you are. I didn't hear it. Hart says he didn't hear it.
How much chat could Twitch chat miss if Twitch chat could miss chat?
Wild. Wild. Y'all got Vortex in a sassy mood.
Hey, I mean, they wanted to talk shit over here, so no one's talking. No one's. Yeah, I didn't hear it. It's because you weren't paying attention. You weren't
Wild.
listening.
Wild. We love you,
A
Cart.
lot of chat will miss chat if chat not miss chat because chat missed stream of chat you stream miss chat.
God bless America. God bless.
I think someone's having a stroke.
You guys
Someone
are.
go check on Cart.
You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing.
All right. Well, we didn't get more questions from anybody. I think that's good stuff. Well, that's 2 hours. That's pretty good. I want Fridays to be more. It's just the thing is like, if the whole OSR really gets kicked off,
Sure.
I mean, I honestly do believe that OSR is going to start taking over Fridays.
I feel like it can absolutely be. Yeah, we can do other things, but like that can be our staple. You know
I
what I
really
mean?
want it to be. I really want it to be Monday reviews, OSR Fridays, and then every now and again we go back to like AMAs.
Filter in something else. Yeah.
I do like the other stuff. I
I do too.
I just don't want it to, it's so difficult to really
I especially love our creations, you know, but I think that, you know, they do the best when they're the most heavily inspired. You know what I mean? So like when we find something that really like drives us to go build and create and whatever else, like let's go do that. But you know, it's definitely a hard thing. When it feels like, okay, we gotta find something to put here or whatever the case may be, you know. So
I
but
agree with that.
yeah, I think OSR is going to be dope. I think it's going to be so much fun, especially as we continue to build and add and stuff. And if you, anyways, it's going to be fabulous. Fabulous. Oh, I got distracted. I never finished. Oh no, I didn't get distracted. It was Boxer's fault, doing the change places and everything.
Oh yeah. Well, it's always their fault.
Yeah, I was gonna practice those things I figured out I can do now.
You know, it's unfortunate we haven't really gotten to get much chat going on and much happening, but I really do appreciate that we were able to get TikTok up and running. I do kind of like this broad view of just, like the general room. I mean, everyone else gets like the more nice.
It's so funny.
It's kind of cool to like.
I'm looking at them side by side, and they almost look the same, like kind of lightweight.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the whole point. Is there?
You know,
it's like it's not very far off, but it is that.
That's cool.
You're there in the studio, and these are like the studio, but it's like they're in the studio.
Yeah.
And it is just kind of funny to just see us like, you know. It's a little bit funny to see us like just
out here,
perfectly framed. You know, a little bit more clarity, like right where we're supposed to be, and then over here it's just us in the studio.
Yeah.
You know, doing whatever. But hey, that's I've always treated this idea like when radio started doing like online streaming, and so then they would do the video streaming where you would be on the radio, but then if you were online, you'd actually be able to watch them. And that's kind of what this feels like. Is this is our radio station? This is what we're really doing.
Sure.
But those can, those in the back can like just kind of
see everything else.
Yeah, watch and kind of have some fun with that. So
I like you figured out the green screen thing.
Yeah, over here I figured out the green screen for TikTok. My other one's automated.
Wood. I would have woodchuck.
Wild. You guys are amazing. There was actually it was buffalo. If you say buffalo, like, I don't know, 57 times, like, that's an actual sentence.
Yes.
Like, that's
and technically it can be recursive to the point to where it can actually go on forever. There is an actual way to
really loop it.
The way that it loops.
That's so crazy.
I actually watched a whole video on it where you can loop buffalo to insane degrees.
That's
because of just how many things buffalo actually means.
God bless America. That's yeah. I'm gonna go refill my water.
Go refill it. All right. Well, how about this? You want to hear what we have on tap for you, Cart?
Uh-oh.
This is what we have for you on menu. Is it gonna work?
Something happened.
I don't think it worked. Damn it.
Oh, he did it.
Understood. Buffalo. That
was not a challenge, Cart. Okay, that's not what that was. I feel like he said that more times than I've seen that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Y'all are crazy. Oh, y'all are crazy.
All right. If this is what we're doing, Cart's not ready for this.
Uh-oh.
Cart doesn't know.
Uh-oh.
Unless Cart's also getting ready. They're like, oh, I don't know, huh? We'll see about that.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. It's the battle, man. This is. Look what you started, Cart. Look what you started. Okay? You guys are absolutely wild. Uh-oh.
Does it work this time?
I think it is. I actually see the TT, yes. And it's in the,
No.
Why are you the way that you are? That's so weird.
I'm so mad at this. It's not even like too long. It's actually all there.
It says your channel points have been refused? That's weird. Oh, refunded. A TTS error.
Let's see.
Bruh.
TTS error. Is it too long?
Hamburger, hamburger, cheeseburger.
If this keeps happening, we're gonna have to turn this off.
Cheeseburger, Whopper.
I don't know why mine keeps getting broke up.
So I feel like he's doing bits.
Because mine are free.
Hamburger, cheeseburger.
Oh, but no,
that's what I'm saying.
The bit one.
So that's why theirs is working, because it's the bits. I don't know if the free one can do ones that long or something like that.
Whopper, hamburger, cheeseburger.
Does it have a whatever limit?
Spam, hamburger, cheese.
Hamburger, cheese. God bless America.
Yeah, the bit one might have a little bit of a difference. All right. Well, if that's it, we got nothing. No. I think it's divulged. 500 characters, maybe that's it. But I think we've divulged a little bit too much into that.
He descended into madness, absolutely.
All right, y'all. Well, I hope everyone has a good 4th tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely, you guys.
Fun. If you're here, if you're not here in America, just have a good Saturday. Have a good weekend.
Absolutely.
Have a fantastic weekend. Everyone else, you guys can enjoy your 4th. There's a lot to celebrate, and there's a lot to be mindful of. So,
Amen.
Do what you do. It's
Amen.
gonna be another weekend for me. I'm gonna go to Home Depot and look how to build lightsabers for y'all next month. Because birthday stream is coming up next month.
Yep.
We will be building custom lightsabers.
Let's
Oh, you
go.
guys crazy. I was crazy once they locked me in a room.
Oh
a
my
rubber room,
gosh.
with rats, and rats make me crazy. Was
I hang
crazy
out with too
once
many
they locked me in
tweens
a
to
room,
not be tired of this.
Rubber room with rats and rats. Crazy. All right. Good night, guys.
All
Love
right,
you.
take it easy, Cart. All right,
All right.
that's gonna be us for the rest of the day tonight. I hope you guys had a great week. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend ahead of you. Enjoy the holiday if you have it. If not, I hope you guys just have a great tomorrow, and hopefully you have some good weather. But
Absolutely.
otherwise, we will see you back on Monday for some more D&D review, and we will try to get TikTok up and running again.
Let's go.
So yeah, we'll see everybody Monday. Cheers.
Deuces, my friends.